Alright, we are watching Brainpower. Playing Cassidy. This is Esperança GM4 on PC. And I assume this is somewhere in Europe based on the names. New to Overwatch, you need help with positioning and general game sense, especially on push. I play a decent amount of FPS games, so I catch on pretty quickly, but some games I feel like I'm lost when it comes to where I push and how to win fights. Honestly, feels like most matches we either stomp with me having 30 to 40 kills, or we get stomped and I go 15-15 or so, mostly looking for general advice. So, this is actually from 15 hours ago, and most of the time people get a good chunk, or let me back up. You already got some pretty good text advice on a lot of the like micro stuff that's going wrong here. And I don't have a ton of time here, so I'm going to kind of jump through this quickly. But I do want to make this video mostly focused on positioning, right? Especially off-angle space control, which is something that they highlighted as well. That's like kind of the biggest problem here. So basically, your team is kind of playing like a brawl-ish lineup, right? You're part of brawl, Jungle Queen's part of brawl, right? Baptiste is part of brawl, and the opposing team is playing dive, which is most common in Esperanza. I think forcing brawl in Esperanza is not a great idea, especially at the highest ranks. So what happens here is that your team continually gets obliterated over and over again by them diving into your team. And you are an enormous part of that problem because you don't see the times where you need to control the off angles in space and the times where you need to play around your supports and just keep them alive. That, combined with the fact that you spend way too much time shooting the ball, leads to kind of everything that goes on here. I think somebody else mentioned, or you mentioned in another reply, that you actually don't have a lot of hours on Overwatch. I think you only have like 30 or 40 comp hours, which is nuts that you're in GM. So, I mean, I assume it's mostly due to your aim. I think your aim looks good. It doesn't feel GM level to me, but, you know, maybe you're hotter in some games and colder in other games. But at any rate, let's play through. Again, this is going to be relatively quick because I don't have a ton of time here, but I do think it's interesting enough to talk through. So number one, when you go up to Esperanza, you're going to see your soldier is going to be running to the left. The correct move here, like always, pretty much always, right, if you're playing like a ground-based hero, is to go to the left where your soldier is. Because for Esperanza, the most important thing is controlling the bridge area here at the start. You need to control this at the start, and then you need to push ideally this way, maybe this way, right? But ideally, you take this, right, which you should always get for free. That's your side. You push here, you force them off that side, and then you pinch them from both directions, and then you win. Okay, that's like the general way that Esperanza middle point works. So you should always be going up here. That way you can go up onto the top. Now, you don't know that initially, right? You start walking towards main, and then the soldier engages, or rather the ball engages on your soldier, and you're like, oh shoot, and now you change path, which is a correct move, but it's too late. If you've been playing here from the very beginning, you could have stuck the ball right now and then forced out adaptive shields. Unlikely you kill him, but you forced out adaptive shields right now for like no value from the ball other than keeping himself alive, and then he'd be rolling away. That would change the rest of this fight completely if the ball doesn't have adaptive shields. Anyway, you're slow coming up here. I would also note is that you should be rolling the whole time out, right? Like here, right here, you should be rolling again. There's no reason not to roll again, because you're not going to need it in the next 6 seconds. You should roll again, that way you get up to where the soldier is even faster. Now we're up here. Okay, your goal here, just hold high ground, right? Hold high ground, right? Clear this out, then see what's over here, then clear this out and keep going, right? It's contextual, but that's the general idea. Ball's rolling in, you could have just stuck him right there. It's worth it because you don't want him to disrupt your attack, right? So sticking the ball here, good value, right? It's not hard, he's flying straight at you. I think that's an easy stick, and I think you could have landed that stick. But ignoring the ball now is the right call. Just kill these guys. Ball actually is not that dangerous. Ball can basically never solo kill somebody if there's another support nearby to heal them. So against two supports, or a support and the soldier, who hopefully has healing station. No, he doesn't because he got forced earlier. That's unfortunate. But he still shouldn't be able to kill the ball, the Baptiste alone, right? The Baptiste should have lamp, should have regen burst. Nobody should die here. But you should still be able to force out everybody else here. So Tracer goes. Tracer's looking to flank and go and kill your backline. Okay? Right now, you need to immediately kill this Lucio and then come back and help because the Tracer's now coming. So remember, I said ball alone can't kill anybody, but ball plus someone can definitely kill people. So you need to quickly kill his Lucio. Lucio's like far and away the worst player in their team. Like he's consistently out of position and he does not respect your aim. So you need to quickly kill his Lucio. But you get knocked off. This is bad. There's no reason this should happen, right? You want to stay on the inside. You're already drifting off, just stay to the inside. The Lucio doesn't really do that much damage. You can just afford to dodge less, take more hits, and quickly 3-shot him, and then go back and kill your team, or kill the people attacking your backline. Getting knocked off here effectively costs you the fight. Why? So, let's look what happens. Remember, ball's engaging, he's going to fly past you. The Tracer's going to go in the backline, right? That's 1-2 blinks. Ball's going to slam, Both of them are low. Tracer one clips the Baptiste, right, who had regen burst but couldn't get lamp down in time. And then the soldier's dead here from here, no matter what, right? Between Ball and Tracer, easy kill. Fight's over. Nothing you do after this matters. Like, if you kill 2 people right now, you're still probably going to lose, right? It's going to take you way too long, right? Lucio dies right now, but now, again, it's a 3-on-4 situation. This fight is over, right? Jungle Queen's going to die right now. It's over. Everything's over. You lost from the second that you made the wrong positional mistake. And then you know that, right? Because you're looking for advice. But I'm just recognizing that as soon as I saw that, like if I was playing against you as a GM tank, I'd be like, yeah, you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's very obvious to me that you did not know like where you're supposed to be. So that's from fight number 1. I already identified. I'm like, look, I already feel like you don't know what you're doing. Like, even for something as little as that, I'm like, no, you didn't react correctly the way a GM would. Now, the second thing is that you're making a mistake on, which is you're staggering yourself. There's no way to win this fight. It's just you and Ana against 4 people. There's no way to win this. This fight is over. Just die. Right? But you're out here killing Sombra, but this ball is going to kill you. There's no way to get away. You cannot get away from ball with 137 health and no teammates in sight and no like mega health packs or anything. You're going to die here. Just let the ball kill you. Right? You see how long this takes? Right? The ball is just like, okay, cool. Like, the longer you stagger yourself, the better it is for him. Unless you manage to get all the way back to your team, which is never going to happen. You're respawning right now. Your whole team is alive and already starting to walk out. So, this is no good, right? Recognize, fight's over, right? Kill the Sombra, okay, great, and then just die. Killing Sombra is still good value, to be clear, because, you know, at least she can reset with you. But the longer you wait after the Sombra dies, the sooner she gets back, right? You killed the Sombra, remember, but the Sombra's already back in the fight. So what value was that? Because you took so long to stagger yourself. So even the kill you did get gives your team no value. That's the problem. All right, we're coming up here. So let's think. Ball's over here. He goes in. Ball's going to slam. Right? You could have magnetic him for the record, but magnetic is slow. Okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. So we're all here. A lamp is forced. Unfortunate. So ball's rolling in. What is our response to this? Well, let's think about this. What is the space that's safe and what's the space that's unsafe right now? This is the line for safety. Everything here is good. Everything outside here is no good. Why is it no good? Well, because they have so many different people outside here, and it's a blind 90-degree turn, and we have no cover when we step out there. They control this space right now. You cannot take that space away from them because you are just 1 DPS against like 4, I don't even know where the 5th hero is right now, 4+ heroes. Okay? You just can't, this is not the time to go. You're going too fast. You have to slow down here because they're doing a good job suppressing you, right? On a grenade's just gone thrown in. Your map's going to get hit by it. This is no good. So instead of trying to force this angle, you need to give your Roadhog time to take it. Right? You need to be more patient here and let your Roadhog take. As soon as I see the grapple, I immediately roll inwards because I do not want to be on the outside. And if I stay here, the ball is going to separate me from my team. Now I am isolated. Minefield gets popped right now. What happens when I hear Minefield pop? Assuming I didn't roll for the grapple. What do I do now? Now I roll in. Because again, this outside space is not safe for me. And the enemy team has recognized this and they're getting ready to dive you. Minefield gets popped. You could have rolled this way safely. Right? Lamp gets popped. Now your Roadhog comes out. This would have been a time to actually start swinging with your Roadhog. But the problem is you've swung way too early. You're already down to half health. Now you roll outside. And now you're just going to get isolated and killed by a nanoed Lucio. You didn't need to die here. There's no reason to die here. The Roadhog even kills the Tracer here. If you just stayed inside, right, helped your team with the ball, who would be long since dead by now, especially if you hit a magnetic, like, you'd be good here, and then you'd be taking a 5-on-4 advantage, right, now 5-on-3 with the ball dead, you'd be taking a 5-on-3 advantage to this, and you win this fight. But because you went outside and you died, everything went awry. So just knowing, hey, when's the time to go? That's the key, right? As a general rule, let your tank clear space that's held by multiple heroes. You can only clear off-angle space where it's only a 1v1, 2v2 situation. You can't go out front line against multiple heroes. That's just no good. All right, your team managed to win the fight, so we're going forwards. So let's think about this for a second. All right, back to Esperança mid. So for Esperança mid, this is not the first fight of the game, but it is in fact when you're pushing. So Esperança is kind of an interestingly designed map. It's a very mobile map, both horizontally and vertically. So Esperança has this U-shaped space back here, and this is pretty much where everybody is going to play except for the person who's playing the cart. Somewhere in this space or this space or this space, people are going to end up playing, especially at higher and higher ranks. They're going to play very mobile heroes that can transition easily because this space is crazy strong because you can go anywhere you want out of this, right? So this space over here, Esperança probably has the most number of fights that happen way away, like out of line of sight of the cart of like any map I can think of right now. So you need to help take this space away. But the problem is, if they outnumber you out there, you can't take that space or you get picked. So there's a lot of game sense involved understanding, can I take that space or not, and who's coming with me. So it's not uncommon, like if you're like blue team, right? So you're good guys, okay? So the cart's over here, right? You're all kind of stacked over here or whatever. There's, let's say 2 people over here. It's not uncommon for a red team, once they're coming back right after losing a fight, is that they'll all just stack over here with one person over here like looking and firing, and then all 4 of them will just dive 1 or 2 of your heroes on the off angle. So that's something you need to be aware of, is how many people are over there, how many people do I got, and can I take it away from them? If I can't take it away from them, am I killable? Like, am I diveable here? Some heroes are not, right? Like if you're Echo, you're not really diveable because you can just fly away, right? If you're Tracer, you're not really diveable because you can blink away. But as Cassidy, you're extremely diveable, so you need to be careful. Like Cassidy being even slightly out of position is extremely punishing. It's one of the reasons why Cassidy is not played a lot in GM. So you understand, look, basically, priority number one, can I take this space away from the enemy, right? Like up here, down to the Mega, can I take this space away from the enemy? If I can, great, I'll take it. Option 2, can I play somewhat of an off angle? For example, if there's only a Tracer there, can I play here? Yeah, I can play a Tracer. I feel comfortable hopefully taking that fight against the Tracer. Option, if that doesn't work, like because they can dive and kill me, then I have to play it like on my supports. Otherwise, I'll die. So we're coming out right now. Ball's dead. Great. Let's push in. Right. We want to be going right away. Right. Ball's dead. We got to push in really fast right now. All right. We're gonna keep getting picks. So I spent all this time talking about off angles. Ball's gonna die. And we're gonna see your Tracer's gonna go. Your Tracer does not feel like GM at all, for the record. Your Tracer, just like their Lucio, does not feel that good. Tracer's gonna go in. I'm rolling right now. I gotta go. I see that Tracer's going. I know Tracer's chasing right now because we just killed the ball. Everyone in this game on your team is under chase mindset. You need to have that same synergized chase mindset. Like, look, we gotta go. The goal right now is to get kills. This Sombra, not killable. She can easily teleport away at any moment that she wants. She's not killable. It's not even worth it, right? But the Lucio is going, or Tracer's going after Lucio, who is killable, right? Definitely killable by a Tracer. Don't look here. Roll here. Run. You need to be here already. Like, you need to be right here instead of just messing around. You still haven't used your roll yet. You need to get out here. As mentioned, this spot over here is highly contested on Esperança at high level play. So you see there's 2 heroes here fighting your one Tracer, who got the Mega, to be fair, right? And now she's fighting both of them, and then she's going to die. And look how you showed up just now. But you could have been here 3+ seconds earlier, which completely flips this fight. That's like the big takeaway here, is you're once again out of position. It's not your aim, right? It's not your mechanics, it's you're out of position, which means your Tracer gets double teamed here, which should have been a kill by the Tracer, right? She could have chased down Lucio and gotten the kill, but the Tracer shows up, and now it's a Tracer versus Lucio, Tracer and Lucio versus your Tracer, and she gets double teamed and killed. And you show up late, and you can't win the 2v1 either, or 1v2, right? But your Hog comes over, but what that means is that everyone shifted over, which means now there's nobody on the cart, which means without the Hog as a presence, they can now stop the cart from moving, and now your Ana is alone. Because your Hog was forced to rotate over to help you, which ideally shouldn't have been necessary because there's no tank over there. Your Hog's primary goal here is to stop the ball. He should be wherever the ball is. He shouldn't be running over here, because if he runs over here, their whole team is going to dive and kill your Ana, right? Like, you being out of position is pulling everybody out of position. As a starting point, High Noon is like a terrible ultimate. It's like literally one of like the bottom 3 ultimates in the game. You will struggle to get any value of High Noon. Often for high rank play, for High Noon, they'll use High Noon just as an instant reload, right? Pop High Noon, instant cancel, right with right click, and immediately go back to shooting. So no value out of High Noon. Arguably less value. I would say definitely less value than you just shot normally. You understand? Okay, look. Tracer's pushing me. Sombra's also here, and Sombra's gonna know that I'm here. So I don't want to separate too far from my supports. You see how you're separating from your supports? You know your supports are on your left, right? You gotta stay with the supports, okay? Because your job, they keep you alive, you keep them alive. That's the goal here. All right, you roll away for EMP. I don't know if this roll is actually reactive or not. That might have been a reactive. It's very good reaction time if you did manage to roll away from it. I think the problem here is now you get kind of isolated, but I think your team's gonna get rolled here no matter what, right? Yeah, ball rolls down. Yeah, there's nothing you can do to stop this. I think no matter what. I think once you lost your Tracer out here, the whole fight like just fell apart. Again, at higher ranks, they're so good at playing correctly. Once they have an advantage, they never lose an advantage. You cannot let people get picked if there's something you can do about it, right? Flipping at at lower ranks, people mess around all the time and do stupid stuff. But at higher ranks, once somebody gets picked, the team that picks them has an enormous advantage. They understand how to use that advantage to win. They know who needs to play slow, who needs to play fast, and they roll your team. All right, you're coming back over. You're looking for an off angle. So, quick note here is this is not necessarily the right angle to take once they get to the point. It can be actually quite difficult to hold out here, so you kind of need to make a call as to whether or not to do this or not. I think here it actually would be easier to play this side at this point. The problem being is like you're fighting out here and you're not going to win the fight instantly, and they can keep just moving the cart. Versus if I play right here, I can contest right away, and they're not moving the cart anywhere. Like this fight's going to win or lose right here. The good news about taking the side is that you can clear high ground if you have that mobility, but you don't. So you're still going to get kind of stuck here. All right? See, like right now, you're just like, oh, look, they're too far away from me. They're outside of my effective range, and I wasted time going to the left, but I should have just gone to the right. And my Tracer's going to get picked again. So where is my Tracer? My Tracer is way the heck deep in their backline trying to duel the ball for some reason. Yeah, Tracer's making big mistakes over here. Alright. So, Lucio just has zero awareness that he's getting shot, so you get a pick from there. Like, killing the Lucio doesn't really matter because the Lucio is like far and away the worst person on the team. Right? Killing the Tracer is like priority number one from your perspective because the Lucio gives him so little value other than beat. Other than that, he like does nothing. He's consistently out of position. Alright. It's funny because the Lucio's probably like, I don't know, like high masters or something, but like compared to the rest of the players in this game, Lucio has no idea what he's doing. It's like very obvious. Alright, so you're in here. See, this is good, right? Helping your Tracer win fights. See? So you hear the fighting in here. You hear the Tracer versus Lucio fight. Forget the Tracer. You're not gonna win this fight. I mean, you're not gonna lose this fight either. There's just no point in fighting the Tracer. Just roll in here and help right away to finish off the Sombra. Right? This is not going to do anything. Yeah, you wasted roll there, right? You get hit. Now you gotta get inside, okay? You kill Sombra. You see how low your Tracer is. Just walk in here and play on your Tracer to make sure she lives. Like, you stepping out here is poor awareness, and then your Tracer gets killed. Because if you play here, right? If you walked over here, if you rolled over here instead, your Tracer can now stay to the right, and then you can just bodyguard her right now, right? And Tracer will hear you shooting, plus you might have just killed this other Tracer straight up because she was probably looking to kill your Tracer. Like, everything here changes differently if you just support your other DPS on the off angle. But now, things are not going well. Once again, you're down one, right? Like, Sombra was also killed, but, you know, Sombra's gonna come back first. I don't know what that grenade is. I think that wasting grenade right now is a terrible idea. Alright, so here comes Minefield. Minefield's not so great. I would note here is that I know there's one left behind, so I know my Tracer's back there too, so just see if I need to help her. We're good here. I need to turn right away and help. You don't want to be aiming at the ball. You don't want to be killing anybody but the ball. You're wasting too much time. You need to climb up here, and you need to be contesting this space right now. Like, this is no good. You need to be rotating up. Right? Ball messed up his minefield, which is great. Okay, Ana's good target. Alright, great. 2-shot on the Ana. Excellent. Right? Hit the Sombra. Yep, stuck her. She's probably dead. Excellent. Good. Right? But you want to be doing that a few seconds earlier, not wasting time down there when you're full health and have all your cooldowns. Well, except for grenade that you tossed away for some reason. Alright, so let's look at this. We're setting up right now. Cart's going to be right there. So the cart is going to slowly move over here. We're definitely going to have another fight right now. Okay? So there's two different avenues where we're going to attack from. Either, or actually it's three, theoretically. Here, here, and here. Maybe here. Right? Maybe here, but most likely it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. In particular, it's most likely going to be 1, and it's going to be 3. So as Cassidy, somebody with no mobility, I want to be set up right here so that I can defend this flank first. And use sound to determine, hey, is anybody actually coming from that side angle? If not, like if there's nobody getting me over here, then I can rotate over and deal with... 1 second. If there's not going to be anybody on that right off angle, then I can just rotate over. I can drop down quickly or whatever I need to do to go help my team. But the problem is vice versa. If I play here and they attack our off angle, like Lucio, Sombra, Tracer come from top right, how am I going to get up here? I can't. It's going to take me so long to rotate, and they're going to dive my backline, and I'm going to be out of position. Right? Seconds matter at GM level play. See, again, The ball is going up here. If I'm already playing up top, I can literally stop him from taking this, because he wants to be right here to get a free slam so that he can then grapple away. He doesn't want to have to grapple and then slam, because then he doesn't have grapple, he's going to take a ton of damage. If I play up here, I literally just chuck magnetic at him right now, and his whole attack is stopped. But being over here means that ball is going to set up for free. Right? Now he's going to pressure down your backline, and he's going to kill your Tracer, which really should not happen here. I think your Tracer is truly crazy to have this happen to her. Right? The ball's going to engage here. Tracer doesn't react to this. She still has 2 blinks and doesn't react to this either. Absolutely nuts. Unforgivable. I do not understand what your Tracer is doing. Anyway, but I would note here is that if you were playing the correct spot, which is here, you don't need to move the cart, right? You already have your tank to move the cart. You don't need to be here. Robot doesn't move any faster with a second person on it. Just play up here, right? Deal with the ball, right? The ball is also quite honestly bad. The ball is not that good. If we compare it to NA, I don't feel like the ball is like a GM level ball, because he consistently, we've seen really bad minefields at him. We've seen him get killed in silly ways where he's overcommitted. Does not feel like that. And right now he's going way too early. There's no world where this Tracer should ever die with a Kiriko right here. I don't know what the hell oh my god. I don't know what the Kiriko is doing right now, healing the ball instead of healing the Tracer. This whole thing is nuts. Absolutely crazy to me. But regardless, you should have been up here. You should have stopped the ball. That would have saved your Tracer's life. But now you're once again going low ground. EMP gets popped. Right? Your Kiriko's on backside, and then again, without the Tracer, without any other impact, being out of position, you have just no way to win the fight. Alright. So, poking away, right? I don't want to be shooting the ball. Please do not shoot the ball. Kill Lucio. Yeah, there we go. Good. Kill Lucio. I see Diana's over there. Alright, I forced beat. Great. With beat forced, there's nothing I can really do. Just rotate back with your team, right? Or just chill up here. Whatever you want to do. Actually, you heard the Sombra teleport up to you. You could start the duel right now with the Sombra if you think that you can actually outkill her with beat. But this is the worst possible call you could do. You heard and saw the Sombra come up to you. Did you see it? I don't think you, I mean, you just heard it. So where was the Sombra? I think she was on the right. I think I saw it. Yeah. It would have been this throw by the Sombra. It's pretty quick. You'd probably just hear it. But I would definitely hear this when she popped in behind me and immediately roll, or just do a 180 and start the duel. But she should have just killed you here. Very, very lucky you did not die there. That magnetic was never going to land. That was a dream of magnetic. So, you're going to get stuck here. I don't know. Rolling I think is okay, because I guess you're on my field. But you kill Lucio. You're kind of stuck here. I think the biggest issue here is simply taking so much damage from the Sombra. I think you just don't high noon there, right? Especially with the beat, and then you take the fight with the Sombra faster to reduce damage and force her out, or just roll away from her. But ball comes, right? Your hog is dead, so there's almost no way to win this fight. You just need to chill right now and look for picks. You really should have saved Minefield now, Magnetic, right? Don't toss Magnetic when he's full health unless it stops him from assaulting your team in a way that matters. No one's gonna die here, okay? You need to have the game sense at GM to understand no one's going to die here. There's no follow-up, right? You saw everyone on the cart. There's nobody else here. Ideally from game sense, the Tracer is really far away. Maybe the Sombra's here, but that's it. So in this situation, you should be able to be okay, I don't actually worry about the ball killing anybody. I just right-click him, okay? Then I roll with him. Then, right, I magnetic him when he's about to get away, and then I right-click him again, and he's dead. But letting the ball get away here is a mistake. The ball should never have been engaging that to begin with. So, ball's coming out. What do I want to do? Just roll out, right? And keep shooting the backline. Ignore the ball. You just can't kill the ball if he has adaptive shield. It's just not going to happen, right? The ball just came in. He was at half health when he rolled in, right? He's still got 529 right now because of the adaptive. So it's just not going to work. You have to kill everyone else. And because you're not dealing with the squishies on the team, which is actually your job, you're not a tank killer, except in certain very isolated situations. You really need to be killing the backline constantly. And I think that's the difference between you winning and losing games, is when the enemy tank isn't in your face all the time and you're not encouraged to attack them and you shoot the squishies, you end up carrying games because your aim is decent, right? But, yeah. Yeah, so right now, again, just focus on killing the squishies. Alright, ball, super overextended, right? Again, dying anyway. Again, I think the ball should not die there, right? I think the ball is just making terrible plays. Like, the ball can literally live here by just rolling out and then wall jumping over the top. Like, that like guarantees his survival right now. But he's just extremely silly and has poor mechanics and game sense. Alright, you get stuck. It's a good reason to not use roll unnecessarily. Like, you don't need to roll. Like, there's already people in sight, but the fact that you roll right now means that the Tracer, if she lands sticky on you, like, what can you do about it? Because now you can't roll, which means now you can't survive this, which means now you die, right? That was not, that roll that you did was not forced. And as a result, you died. You also could have been tracking Tracer Bomb, Pulse Bomb in general. I think at GM, most players would already be doing that, but because you're new, I don't think there's any way you would have been able to track Tracer Pulse Bomb. It takes way too much experience. Good kill on the Sombra, right? Keep the Baptiste alive, nothing you do there. Yeah, I mean, because you're coming back to the fight late is the problem. So, like, you already kill the Sombra basically instantly, and then Baptiste gets popped right here, right? Because he got killed by the Sombra plus ball. I don't think you could have saved the Baptiste there. Another magnetic that doesn't stick. Your magnetic value is so low. Like, literally, if you did not have magnetic at all this game, I think the only kill you would... No, because even that Sombra you stuck, I think you would just shot her and killed her anyway if you didn't have it. I think magnetic gives you actually 0 value this game. Alright, so we're pushing here. So, same deal, right? Get the ball, or I don't know why the Ana's back here. What the heck? Oh man, not killing the Ana here is devastating. Ball kills her, or Hog kills her at least. So, you hear the Tracer top right, you need to clear the Tracer, or that Sombra rather, but Sombra teleports away, so I identify where did she just go. You see it right now. You keep seeing her at the top right of your screen, but you saw the flash right there. So, if I saw the flash, I would assume she went across, so I would assume the Sombra's top left right now. So, you see how people are rotating to go take the right side? This is the correct play, right? They're trying to help out with this Tracer duel, etc. But Sombra's coming in, so don't throw the magnetic at the ball, throw the magnetic at the Sombra. Another burst kill. And it's tough, right? I think Cassidy is objectively not a great hero right now because he has very few tools to do stuff like this. But, like, you really need to be killing the Sombra, at least trading the Sombra out right now. But realistically, there's very little that you can do if your Baptiste is just going to get blown up right now without Lamp or Regen Burst. Okay, yeah. I was like, but he still died way faster than I expected. Look how he pops Regen Burst despite being at full health right now. Right? Ball slamming, he just used Regen Burst, so he gets no healing from this instead of getting 120 health, 80 plus 40. This is a massive mistake. I was like, still, even so, like, your Baptiste should not die this fast. I don't get it. Like, this doesn't feel like GM level gameplay at all to me. But anyway, you need to trade off with the Sombra at least. Going 0 for 4 there is pretty rough. Now it's over. I would just literally suicide now because what are we gonna do? I think your team. I don't know. Okay. Your team's gonna get rolled in the next fight. What you can do here is that you can push the robot up to here and then just rotate back here and rejoin your team. I think is your best call right now. But trying to push towards mid is not gonna work. Yeah. I 100% disagree with your team walking forwards right now. There's no way to win this fight. Right? This is gonna be like a 5-on-3. Right? So that's down 1. And then I assume your Ana's gonna get your Kiriko gets picked off first. Yep. And then your Roadhog's gonna die soon after that. Yeah. See? Like, you guys all just end up dying. This is nuts. None of you know what you're doing. This is rough. Again, you just lost 2 people back here, right? Their whole team, and killed nobody. Their whole team is going to regroup. They have high ground control. They have multiple different angles, including the rear angle if the Sombra's around. There's no way to push this cart up, right? Once you guys pushed up to here, right? Once you guys pushed up to here, just literally leave. Leave and go into the mega room and then regroup with your team and play back. Trying to push this is suicide for everybody here. Even if I were you, I would leave because I can't change this fight. Like, there's statistically almost no way we can win the 3v5. It's more likely that I step back here and then, like, somebody tries to dive me and messes up and I kill them and then I come back in and turn a 3v4. But playing clumped together like that, like, you're just like basically in a fishbowl, right? Everyone's gonna be able to shoot you at every possible angle and you just can't deal with this. There's, like, way too much pressure. You have no ability to actually, like, save yourself, right? Once the ball comes in right now, like, you guys are 1, 2, 3 heroes, okay? You have the ball coming in this way, you have the Tracer already in, and you have 1, 2, 3 people attacking you. This is not a good diagram, right? How could you possibly win this fight? Like, even if you're all, like, GM1 players, you're so disadvantaged at this angle, at this timing, there's, like, no way to win this fight. Yeah. Yeah, you're putting yourself in very, very bad positions. Okay. I'm gonna wrap there because I have to go. So again, I will summarize. I think the biggest thing is just watching this video and like listening through how I talk through like off angle control, when to stay with your supports versus when to play off your supports, the sense of urgency to help your other DPS, and also how to play Esperança. Because like a lot of this feels like, and again, if you have only like 30 comp hours, I can totally understand why you don't know how to play it. Esperança is a very tricky map, and it's a very good map to punish opposing players who don't know how to play it, because it's not straightforward at all, and there's a lot of different possible flank routes. Okay, I'm gonna hold there. Hopefully this is helpful.